Right, Kevin, you've been involved in football for a long time. Do you still have that sense of excitement as the new campaign start approaches?
Very much so. I think, the way we finished last season, obviously, tinged with a little bit of disappointment that we didn't go all the way and kind of complete the job. But certainly with the condition that the players have come back in and the new signings and looking what's going on around the place, we had a nice break now and recharged to go again.
And you managed to retain the core of the squad from last season with one or two additions.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, we lost, Connor and Adam. Sean's moved on, and there's always going to be, a change around in every club at every, at the end of every season. But certainly, with what we've maintained from last year and complemented with, the new guys so far this season, there's every reason to be, very optimistic looking forward.
We had the misfortune over the summer at the club, of course, with the fire.
Yep.
Lots of people out here today, volunteers coming to help. Not going to have an impact on first team in the football.
I don't think you can use it as any sort of excuse, Tim, to be honest. You look at the amount of people that have been down this morning and are helping out in whatever way they can is fantastic. And for that to happen, and the players to see that people don't just want to turn up on a Saturday afternoon and watch it. They are prepared to, go that extra yard for the club. It just, gives the players a lift as well. Nobody likes to see the damage that's been caused. But at the end of the day, it's a building, and that will be rebuilt in some way, shape, or form. And the most important thing is that the club can carry on, and the players haven't really been affected by it. It's a little bit of inconvenience, but it's a small price to pay, and we certainly won't be making any excuses about that affecting our start or finish of the season.
You mentioned the disappointment, obviously, right at the end of last season, but it was a second successive third place finish. What are that extra step that you're looking to make this season?
I think you look at it and having discussed it with people, the games that we're looking to try and make, if we could play to that level again, are minimal. The amount of times that we've been in a winning position and ended up drawing games last season, we need to shift that forward a little bit. Equally, we conceded a 95th minute goal at Stockport that ended up, it's a kind of a 3-point shift there, conceding that goal. You don't know that at the time, and every manager will, have the hard luck stories and what have you like. But I think there's you look at our season and how strong we were, not from start to finish. We started very slowly, it was 3 out of 4 games. But certainly, we picked the pieces up from that position and that point, and there wasn't many games that we weren't competitive in, if any, last season, and certainly only one game that we won that we probably didn't deserve to at Altrincham, when we got fortunate with a late goal and a late mistake from the goalkeeper. But I don't think there's another game there that you couldn't make a case that we didn't deserve something out of.
And pre-season training almost concluded, another session on Tuesday, and then the start of the games.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, it soon comes around, 5 sessions, then we're into games, and that's sort of games and training that are mixed throughout the rest of the pre-season. So players want the games to come as soon as they possibly can. Conditions today are nice to train in and work in. When we started pre-season, it was a blazing hot day last Saturday and tough to work in, but again, you have to understand that it may be like that on the opening game of the season. You can't moan and groan about it. You've got to get on with it and deal with whatever conditions and situations are thrown at you, and obviously those that deal with it best are the ones that are successful.
So 6 pre-season fixtures to come, and then Alfreton will be the first visitors here.
Yep.
Interesting first game.
Yeah, I mean, everybody shuffles the pack through the close season, I say, to varying degrees. I know Alfred have made lots of different signings and lots of different players in at the club, and we'll be hoping for a more prominent campaign this time around, as everybody does. We all start the season with big amounts of optimism. It's about delivering and showing that that optimism is genuine. So we know the level of the league that we play in, and the demands that it puts on you, and hopefully with the experience that we've got in that change room, we'll be in a good place to deal with all that.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.